Hey, Future Ange here. So, as you know, I have a issue with time, like between Future Ange, Past Ange, Present Ange, and how long it takes me to post videos. I mean, the videos you've been seeing lately are from months ago. So just know you're seeing this, which is now, right now, and then you're going to see videos that I already have scheduled that are from months ago. So I'm totally screwing up with the time. Nothing's in order. What can you do? So I think when you're seeing this, you're still going to have the third day of the Martha Scramble coming up. And then there's a 3-day trip I did with Johnny Powell. Those are all coming up. But right now, I'm popping in here at the present, which right now, while I'm speaking, is like mid-August, because I just want to give you an update on my East Coast BDR trip, which is supposed to happen I'm supposed to leave in 2 weeks, something like that. So first, I'm going to take you back in time a little bit. This is from about a week and a half ago. Hey dudes, um, here's what I'm doing today. Changing tires on Little Ugly, and there's a semi-good reason for that. So as you know, I've been planning on doing the East Coast BDRs on the Royal Enfield. I was pretty excited about it. Psyched to have like a capable bike and a good luggage system and like everything set up the way I want it. So anyway, the other day, my wife and I, it's like the second time she's been on the bike, and we went around town, and it just died. Like, just died while we were driving. And it felt like it was out of gas. I thought, the tank was full, so, but I double checked. I'm like, maybe something's up with the fuel gauge. It wasn't out of gas. And so, it happened 4 more times. We just limped home. Just be going down the road, and it would just feel like it ran out of gas and just stop, pull over, wait a couple minutes, start it up, and we made it home. So when we got home, I checked everything. I checked under the tank to see if it was like a kinked hose. I checked the idle, the TPS, spark plug, whatever else, everything I could think of, and nothing. And so did some research, and everything I could read, it seemed like it might be the fuel pump. And I'm like, man, I could order a fuel pump and do it, but the bike's under warranty, so I'm not doing that. So I rented a trailer, drove it all the way to Charlotte, dropped it off. I called them beforehand, and they're like, we don't have anything for 3 weeks. I'm like, damn, man, I'm trying to go on this trip. So they said, well, bring it in anyway, early, and we'll try to get to it. So I did. I brought it in the next day. And just for the record, this is Motorcycles of Charlotte. Motorcycles of Charlotte. They didn't get to it early, and the 29th came. Supposedly they put it on the lift. They couldn't figure it out. They kept saying it's the valves or it's this and that. That day ended with them saying, we see the issue, we wrote it, we get it. We're going to check the valves, we're going to let the bike cool down, then we're going to check the valves. So that didn't happen that day. The next day I called, and they're like, we're letting the bike cool down so we can check the valves. And I'm like, that's what you said yesterday. Pretty sure the bike's cooled down. They didn't get to it that day. Then they're closed Sunday, Monday. So on Tuesday I called, and the guy who answered the phone said, oh yeah, we're just letting that bike cool down so we can check the valves. Like, I'm pretty sure it's cool by now. And you won't believe it, but I called Wednesday and Thursday, and they said the same thing. Just reading the last thing off the notes, and they hadn't done anything. So then I started to get pissed, and I got the service manager involved, and I'm just going to say that Motorcycles of Charlotte service, all the guys are real personable, and I think I could drink beer with them, but as far as being good at their job, my life. I will never buy a bike there again. and I'll never bring the bike to its service there either. Anyway, thank God another dealership just opened about an hour away. It's actually twice as close as Charlotte. So anyway, I talked to the service manager again today. It's now been like a week or longer. And he's like, well, we contacted REH. We don't know what to do. We don't know what it is. Before they were telling me it's the valves. I don't think they've even checked the valves all this time. Maybe the bike's still too hot. They said something about a TPS error, and they keep asking me if I've said it. And I'm like, hell yeah, I've said it. And they're like implying that because I did my own service or something. And I'm like, nope. I called REH North America before I even bought the bike. So anyway, what this all means is I don't know that I'm going to get the Royal Enfield back in time to do this trip. And like I said, it's been there, I don't know, 3 weeks or something. And in that time, I've been just jamming on the Honda. I've really sort of gotten back in the groove with Little Ugly. And I started to fall in love with her again. And even before this trouble, like I thought I was going to get it back in a couple of days. And even before that, I was starting to think, do I take Little Ugly to Canada? Do I? And then I was thinking, but the luggage and the REH is set up so well. It's so comfortable and it's just perfect. And I can go fast. So anyway, I think I might take the Honda to Canada. It's just so dumb. So that just means that I have to get it ready in case I'm taking it. So I got some new Shinkos. I'm putting those on. I rewired everything because the USB port had fried from the TAT trip. I wired my GPS. And there's a couple more things I need to wire. And then I also need to get them to ship some stuff off the Royal Enfield because I've got like mounts and some other stuff on that bike that I need if I'm taking the Honda. Now the one thing with the Honda is with the Royal Enfield, I was just going to drive it up there on the BDRs and then drive back on secondary roads. It would take 3 or 4 days. Driving to Canada on the Honda is no problem. I mean, it's a problem, but I can do that. I do not want to drive the Honda back on secondary roads. That's a nightmare. Because even though it's not highways, it's still 55, 60. Some of those secondary roads are still 4-lane. And it's just no good. It's no good. I'm not doing it. So I started looking for U-Hauls and stuff, and it's like one-way U-Haul is $2,000, Penske truck $2,000, and I don't know why I checked this, but I just looked on Enterprise, and I found a Ford 150 F-150 for $400. To ship it is $1,000, so $400. I'll throw it in the back of that F-150, drive home in a day or two, and done deal. So I'll save some money there, and I'll avoid the aggravation of driving that thing on secondary roads 1,500 miles or whatever it is. So that's where I'm at. I'm changing the tires today. I got this new seat, which is not going to help at all. And I don't know what else I need to do to this thing to get it ready, but me and Little Ugly might be reunited. Will it feel so good? I highly doubt it. And I am actually looking forward to the calls from my ass again. I haven't heard from my ass in, I don't know, a year. So I'm looking forward to hearing from ass. And since it's probably going to happen, I'm getting excited about it. I mean, a long trip on a goofy bike, there's something cool about it. So the things I've done so far, I took all this off, got into the battery. I bought another Heel Tech because I freaking love it. And so it's wired with a Heel Tech. I wired the GPS mount, so that's hardwired and good to go. I replaced the USB because mine was fried. I replaced the bolt here, so that's all back tightened. I don't think I need an oil change before I leave. I did that not too long ago. I got the seat cover. It's a bead rider. We'll see how that does. I don't think it's going to make a goddamn bit of difference. But there you go. I got the new Shinkos over there ready to go on. And that's about it. I mean, what do you need to do to a Honda? Nothing. It's ready to go. It starts up and it goes. Because it's a Honda, not a Royal Enfield Himalayan. Right, so I apologize for my bitterness and assholeness to Motorcycles of Charlotte, but I have to say, I mean, it's been really pretty out of control. They've wasted at least a week doing nothing. I brought it there like 2 weeks early and they weren't able to get to it early. That's fine. That was just a maybe. But since my actual appointment, it's been pretty bad. Once I got a hold of the service manager, he's trying, I think, but still, every day I call and every day he says, yeah, it's probably not going to make it back on the lift today. They have contacted Royal Enfield of North America. I've been in touch with Royal Enfield as well. And so the latest is they sent Motorcycles of Charlotte a list of diagnostics to do. For the last 2 days, they haven't done that. Hopefully, maybe they'll do it today. I don't know. But they've checked everything and they can't figure it out. So the only thing left that I can see is the ECU. I've read on the forums that the 2021 model, something with the ECUs gets screwed up. They send them back to Royal Enfield. They reflash them or something and send them back. And supposedly that fixes a lot of problems, including the cold start stuff that I've had from the beginning. So maybe they'll do that. From what I have heard from the service manager, though, it takes they ship out the ECU and it takes like a week to get back. And even that right there, we are cutting it really close. And I don't know if I'm going to get the Royal Enfield back in time. So at this point, I don't know what bike I'm taking. What I do know is that I am doing the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast backcountry discovery route. And I hope to leave on the 24th. Obviously, there won't be any videos of that trip for months, but I will try to give you another update on what happened. But if you do want to follow along on this trip, whichever bike it is, in real time, you can connect with me on my Facebook page, on me and Johnny Powell's Instagram page, and I will be doing a ride report on advrider.com. I'll put all those links in the description. And definitely connect with me on those places so that I can keep you in the loop on this trip in real time. All right, that's all I got. Catch you later. Don't forget to check out the t-shirt and gear links in the description. And if you liked this video even a little bit, please subscribe, hit the like button and the alert bell. I don't have a clue how YouTube works, but I'm pretty sure that helps. Thanks for watching.